Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astro Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright guys, check it out. Remember this? It's the ice cream truck. The 2002 Workhorse Fastrack 2002 Workhorse Fastrack FT1061. Also the 1998 Chevy P30 van. Alright guys, you saw it last time. Last time we had nothing but water in the brake system. We took the drum off, nothing but rust. Brake wheel cylinder leaking, so we got to see what the heck going on. So what we're going to do today is we're going to flush out the brake system, replace the wheel cylinder, and see if we got brakes. I did explain to the customer that there is a chance that the master cylinder might be no good, but we won't know that until we get all this stuff done. All right, so let's get right to it. Coming up on Astro Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, first thing we did, we cleaned up the inside of the drum. Remember that thing was really rusty and all? Check that out. That looks nice. Alright, so guys, now before we start draining this fluid out, I'm going to show you the wheel cylinder is. Now here's the wheel cylinder, and we got a mirror back here. This thing sucks. This thing really sucks. Where did I get this from? Alright, just if you tell me when you got a good view of it.
Yeah.
Alright guys, here's the brake line right there. That's going into the wheel cylinder, and we got these two 13mm or you can 1/2 inch bolts right there. And that little cap right there, that's the bleeder right there. Pop that off to bleed it. We'll show you that in a little bit. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, a lot of times when you do wheel cylinders or anything have to do with brake lines, what you want to do is spray with some PB Blaster or some WD-40. I like PB Blaster best. You want to spray that line and let that set for a few minutes. Now, to take that wheel cylinder out, we're going to have to relieve the pressure here. So what I'm going to do is this spring and this spring, just going to pop those off. And what we got here? And this is the tool. A lot of you guys are like, what the heck? What the heck is that? Because a lot of times, a lot of cars now is all-wheel disc, so you have no idea what the heck you're looking at right now. So what this tool does is cool. You can either take a pair of vice grips and try to pick it up and pull it over that little pin right there, and sometimes the vice grips will break right, will snap right off of it. So this tool, it goes over that little circle right there, goes over the pin, and then you twist it, and this little thing right here unhooks the pin, or unhooks the spring. So go like this, bring it over, and pop it loose. Let's do the other one. Bring that over and pop it loose. What that does is gives these brake shoes room to move out a little bit to get the wheel cylinder out. Now since we got that out, what we can do here is these pins come out of there because they don't come with the new wheel cylinder. So you reuse those. So take that one out. Don't put it in a pan. Like right now I got a pan right here. Don't put it in there or it will drop right down into there. So we put that down to the side and go ahead and pop that one out. And you can see, look at all that fluid come out of there. Actually, this is water coming out of there. So this thing was definitely busted. All right, now that we got that, let's see how do I want to do that, because that thing is just pouring out. And that's not bad. All right, guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go up to the front and we're gonna start taking out all that water in the master cylinder and put some fresh brake fluid in it. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, remember we got our master cylinder filled with water here. So I got this is an automatic brake bleeder. So what I do, hook up some air to it and stick the hose into the master or wherever I'm on a brake bleeder screw. Hit the button. I don't know if you can saw it going empty.
The master cylinder?
Yeah.
We see the fluid coming into the thing.
all of this in there. Look in there. Get a leaf. Something else. Now what I want to do, guys, because a lot of stuff built up in there. So I'm going to take some brake parts cleaner. Spray it up. Clean all. Ugh, dang it. You know what? Let me get this stuff out of the way. Spray all this up. Clean it up. Vacuum it out again. And let me finish cleaning it up and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got that done. This thing is, look at this thing is almost full. Now I'm gonna do is take me a nice clean rag, clean up inside. Now down in these ports right here, there's very small holes at the bottom where the lines come, where the brake fluid comes through these lines right here. So you definitely want to make sure that you do not have nothing blocking that up. Let me make sure you got this. And I like this tool because it also serves like a little vacuum cleaner. Oops, I can't hook up some air. Okay. Okay. Wipe it out one more time. Okay. Now what we're going to do, guys, is get some fresh brake fluid and fill this up. Ooh, that looks nice. Fill this up all the way. And we're not going to cover it up. It's very important to not cover it up. I'm going to tell you that in a minute when we go back to the back. All right, let's go to the back and we'll be right back. All right, guys, now we're going to loosen up that line. Now, if you can see inside there, you can see the line.
Let me see. The line.
Here, let me bend it down that way.
There it goes. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right, now that line is a 3/8, but I don't have a 3/8 line wrench. I have no idea where it's at, so I'm going to use my crow's foot right here, and I'm going to have to put it on, fit it onto the line. Dang it! Oh. Fit it onto the line with a 4-inch 3/8 drive extension. And let's see if I can slowly break this line loose. Oh, man, that's not good. That is not good. Alright, guys. That thing is just slipping right off. So I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try a pair of vice grips to hopefully break that loose. I know I don't have much. Dang it. You know, this sucks. This thing does not want me to get in there. Let's try to make make these vice grips tighter. Can you tell if it's turning? Nope.
No.
Alright, we are now DEFCON 2. I was like, what? That should be DEFCON 3, Tim. No, alright. Alright guys, this is what we're gonna do now. This is a little trick that I've learned. What we're gonna do here is out here, you can take this off now, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna try to unbolt the wheel cylinder, pull it out, and twist it off from the brake line. I have done that before. So before we do that, what we're gonna have to do here is gonna use another tool. Take this that's just gonna come out. Take this little spring off right here. Set that down. Take out the brake shoe. Just lean it to the side like this. You got this little spring bar right here. Take that out. And let me get my socket and all. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got my 13mm deep 3/8 drive and my 3/8 drive ratchet. And I'm reaching back here to the 2 bolts that holds in the wheel cylinders. Alright, both of them came loose pretty good. Alright, let me get these bolts out and we'll be right back. Alright guys, now before I do this, what I'm going to do is take my this little line cutoff tool right here. And if you can see way inside here, you're going to see a brake hose. That brake hose comes from a line and it connects and it splits off both sides of the wheel. What I'm going to do is stop this off from the brake fluid coming back here from now. Because I don't know how long this is going to take. So now what we're going to do is out here, take a flat screwdriver. We're going to take our wheel cylinder out. Now what we're going to do is pull the wheel cylinder, and this line right here, you're going to be pulling on this line. So you got to make sure that you have enough line. Dang it, it's got held on by a little bracket. Let me just up. Okay. Just make sure you got enough line that you can pull it out, and I do. It's great. So you pull it out, and there you have it. Now what you're going to do is take your vice grips. I don't know if you can see that right here on the side.
Well, I don't need light, but what am I looking at?
It's the line right there.
Yeah, I see the line.
And you see where the bolt is right there. Well, it's the flare nut right there.
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, so what we're going to do is now grasp onto that. And now we're going to do, let's get another pair of vice grips to hold onto the wheel cylinder. And we're going to slowly keep breaking back over to break that loose. And while I'm going to get it, let's spray a little bit more PB Blast up there. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys, got my nice pair of vice grips here. Okay, now and I'm going back and forth to break the rust loose. As long as I don't let this vice grip move, because if I let this one move, it's going to twist that line and break it. So we're good to go here. Well, actually, guys, it's moving on the line pretty good now. So I'm wondering, could I go ahead and just take it off from here now? That is stuck inside the wheel cylinder, man. That's what's wrong with this thing. That sucks. Alright, what I'm going to do, guys, let me turn it this way. And the bleeder right here, I'm going to go ahead and take that bleeder out. So I can twist this thing. It's leaking everywhere. This thing, I am always getting projects. All right, guys, let's take this bleeder out and we'll be right back. All right, got the, thought I had to bleed out. All right, we got our bleed out. Now, let's hook onto this brake line. Learned a little trick. I'll do this mess. All right, now that we got the line off, it was pretty good. It was just stuck inside the wheel cylinder. Now what I'm going to do is go over here and take off our clamp, and the brake fluid is now going to start coming out faster. So all the water now is going through the line. Now if I had the cap on, no air pressure will be able to get up under the cap and it wouldn't bleed out. That's why I left the cap off. And if I wanted to do this quicker, I could take this hose, just squeeze it on to the brake line just like that, get my air line, and exactly right, take my bleeder. Now what it's doing, it's pulling that all through. Huh?
Move your hand.
Let me move my hand.
Move your hand.
Yeah. Now by doing this though, what I gotta do now is go up here and make sure the brake fluid don't go empty. So let me go check the brake fluid and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I went up there, put some more brake fluid in it, and I dumped out the container. Now Sylvia asked a good question, how do you know when it's all the way through? You really don't, so you overdo it.
It looks orange.
Huh?
It looks orange.
Taking on, because you still got all that stuff through the line, so. Now, how this works, guys, how I'm doing it. From the front of the vehicle, you got one line that's come all the way back, and then it breaks off, as you saw up under there, to go into one wheel and then go into the other wheel. So even though we're doing this wheel now, there's still stuff in the other line going to the other wheel. So we're going to have to bleed that as well. But we don't have to take it apart. Just like I said, I'd rather overdo it than leave any kind of water in this line. So let me keep doing this and I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's take this hose off. Let's unhook this. You can see our brake fluid starting to come through there. And remember, we started with an empty container. Let's open this up. Let's pull this out. It's still dirty in it from the full line, but it looks more like brake fluid that came out of there. But what's coming out of there is nice and clean, so we are definitely good to go on that end. Now the next thing we're gonna do, guys, is take our clamp the hose off again so we can stop any more fluid from coming out. And then we're ready to install our wheel cylinder. Now, being that this is kind of stripped, I need to make sure this is going to be tight. What I just might do is put the new wheel cylinder on first and tighten it up and bring it in there. All right, let's go get the new wheel cylinder. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our new wheel cylinder. Check that out, man. Let's take that cover off.
You don't have to do the 007 on that?
Nope, not at all. On what, the fitting? On the fittings?
On the threads.
Nope, not at all, Chevy. All right, and just like I said, guys, I'm gonna, because that is, I'm not sure, because it's kind of stripped off in the back, I'm not sure if a wrench is going to be able to tighten that up as much as I want. So what I'm going to do here is take my vice grips, reach back here, and I am going to tighten that line up with this. And let's see here, let's get that lined up just like that, just so I can get enough leverage on it. Take my vice grips, and notice where I got my vice grips. I don't have nowhere on where those boots are. Okay, and tighten up that line. And what's good, the line is flexible, so you can see how I can turn it. I'm good to go. Now I just want to make sure, and I'm making sure, and I could have removed the bleeder to get a better, so I can swing more, but that's okay. This is good. And I just want to go down here to make sure that it is tight, because if this thing's not tight, guys, it will leak. Okay, that looks good. All right, let me get this cleaned up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I was gonna get these, to put these in here, and that's all you have to do is just pop those into place, and they go in there. But you can tell which one was leaking. So let me go clean this one up. I definitely don't want to put it back like this, so let me go clean this up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got them all cleaned up, and that's all they do is just stick in the boot and hold into place. Okay, then we push our line back, and you know what, take that out, forget that. Let's push our line up, wheel cylinder into place. This part right here is tricky. What you gotta do is make sure to hold it. We got, looks like Mickey Mouse ears back there. Right there and right there. So you gotta make sure the bolts line up with those. You see those?
Yeah.
Okay, so we gotta push the line, push it into place. Reach my hand back here. And hopefully if I can get it to turn by a couple threads, and I know I'm good to go. And so far, no, I can't. And it's also big because I might be crooked here, so this is a little. Once you get it started, man, that's it. Then you got it. Perfect, guys, perfect. Now, let's get our 13mm deep, 3/8 drive, our 3/8 drive ratchet, and we go ahead and to tighten these up. And to tighten these up, you know how it goes. Go till it stops, and a little bit more. You can't break those bolts off into that wheel cylinder, so you make sure you pay attention to what I said. Go till it stops, a little bit more. Done. We'll be right back. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is let's get our little pin into there. But before we do that, what we got to do is take this clip off, and I'm pushing down on emergency brake down here, popping that out, so that gives me a room to back that up. Push that into where it belongs. There we go. And bring that back forward. Okay. Then put back. I know these brakes seem like there's a lot to it, but it ain't that bad. Dang it. Oh, that would suck. Where's that piece at? Forgot about that. Okay, let's get that flat on. That's on. Alright, that is on. We got the other one in there already. Let me bring our whole assembly up. Oops, forgot about that. That's right here. Then put that into the emergency brakes right there. Squeeze them together. Got our pin, they're going right through here. That's to hold the brake shoe down and all. Okay, we're gonna get, matter of fact, let's get that done right now. Okay, we're back to this tool. We got our spring and our, this is a messy job. Go up onto that like that. And what I gotta do is the head of it looks like a little arrow. So what you got to do is line the arrow up with that right there, push down, and then twist it so it locks into place. And believe me, it's almost an almost impossible job to do. You know what? Take this spring off there. Without the tool. Line that thing up is a pain. Okay, done. Next is let's get that spring on now. And this is where that other tool comes in handy. Get the spring hooked in there, and you gotta pull that spring over to that. So that's where this end of the tool comes in. So you hook it through the spring. It's got a little lip on the end of it. Grabs on to the pin, and then you're just gonna pry up. Get that on.
Do you miss doing brake shoes?
Nope. No. Then we get the other one, and we gotta put this one over to there. Same method. Go like this. Put it on. And pry that spring up. Man, you're done. Now we're gonna take some brake clean this all up, and get ready to put our drum on. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're ready to put our drum on. This is called the brake adjusting spoon. Now what happens is, once you put your drum on, these brake shoes, these are brake shoes, have to barely touch the drum. So, because when you step on your brake pedal, the wheel cylinder expands these pins and push these shoes up against your drum. The longer it takes to travel to hit that drum, the further down your brake pedal is going to go. So you have to adjust them. And that's what this little star wheel for is down here. As you can see, there's a screw to it, and then you adjust it right here, and it just brings this open. Now, in the back of there, right on top of here, there's an opening back there. So what you would do is, when the drum is on, you reach your little adjusting spoon in here, and you would adjust it. Adjust it. What the deuce? Oh man, that thing is supposed to turn. And that looks new. Good thing we're looking at this now, guys, because this... Holy cow. Holy cow, this thing is stuck. It shouldn't be. Let me get a pair of pliers. And this thing stops it from spinning one way, so you're only going to spin it the other way. And it doesn't look like it should be frozen. Let me get a pair of pliers and turn that, guys. Bear back. Alright, guys, got a pair of pliers here. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so what we gotta do now is open this. You gotta open this up, and hopefully it drops down. It'll come out of there. You got it, you sucky thing, man. I don't know how I get this mess. Okay. Look at that thing. Alright, so now this side is supposed to slide. That's it turns like that. But there's no way we would have been able to adjust it like that. Alright, let's get a pair of nice grips or something. Let's see. Oh my goodness, that thing is frozen. Somebody did a brakes on this last. I don't know what that is. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Alright guys, let's get our vice grips on this thing. This one you gotta be careful. Just grab it just enough to grab them gears. You do not want to mess that up. I told you guys, this thing's supposed to be turning really free. And what I'm gonna do is bring it into about there. Take it off. Then, now what you can do, guys, you can take the spring off and make it a lot easier. I'm hard-headed, so
True that.
keep on. All right. And being that I brought it in some, it should be a little bit easier for me to get that lined up in there. Okay, now we're set. Now, when you get the spoon back there and go to adjust it, that's what it's supposed to do. And as I'm doing that, it's going to open up.
How do you know how far to go?
What you got to do is, once the drum is on, and you got to have this in when you put, because it makes it easier to put the drum on. Once the drum is on, you'll be able to spin the drum freely. So you got to spin it, adjust it until you can. When you spin it, it's just a slight little drag. The drum don't spin so freely. That's when you know them brake pads are right there. If you overdo it, you're gonna overheat these brakes. As soon as they step on the brakes, they're gonna be constantly on, and it can cause a fire. So you have to do it when it's a very slight drag on this. All right, so let's grab.
Sounds like it would be easier to just call Astro.
It would be, because he'll charge you. He'll do it. Him and Civvy.
Yeah.
All right, be right back with the drum, guys. All right, guys. Now this part right here, these drums are kind of heavy. So if you want, get you a hydraulic jack, set it up on a jack, and pick it up till it reaches that point. Me, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have time for that mess. So I'm just gonna pick this drum up, put the drum on. See, what you're supposed to do is put it in neutral to be able to spin it. But I gotta chuck these wheels up before I do. Because right now you can't, because you're spinning up, you're trying up against the other tire, but it's not that bad though right now. All right, let's get our rings and all that and clean this up. Get all this dust out of here. Let's put all this stuff together. Be right back. All right, guys. The first thing we're gonna do is put our bolt on, nut on. And it's got to go this side. It's got to be towards there.
What's the difference?
You see those little couplets right there, little holes?
Oh.
That's how you tighten it up. So you got to make sure you put that on by a couple threads, because you strip that thing out, boy, you in a world.
That looks hard to do.
Huh?
That looks hard to do.
That's for other people, not me.
Oh.
Look at that. You see that civvy?
Got it.
Alright, so we got that started. You could take a screwdriver.
That's too big.
Take my needle nose. And remember, guys, this thing wasn't tight, super tight at all. So we're gonna bring that in, and then we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got it tight. Now I got it as tight as I can go. But you notice in here, notice how it's not lined up. Can you see in there? The little square right there.
The square? Yeah.
It's not lined up with that.
Yeah.
Do not get no tool and try to bring it all the way there. You're gonna put too much pressure on that bearing. You're not supposed to do that. So at that point, what you gotta do, because remember, when I took this apart, I just used the needle nose and it came apart. I cannot go no more. So what I gotta do now is back up till it lines up just like that. Get that square little pin, put it in there, and what I can do here is just turn it a little bit just to lock it into place. And then we got that little snap ring that it lines up, hooks up right on to the threads and locks into place. And there you go. That's it. Let's get this, clean this little stuff in here. Okay, let's go. All right, let's wipe this off. And now let's go get our axle. Be right back. All right, guys, you know what? I forgot. I don't have to put this in neutral because I don't have the axle in yet. So, yeah, all right. I can spin this kind of freely. So, what I'm gonna do is go ahead in here, put it back. Turn that wheel. And when I feel a slight little drag on this, then I'm gonna stop. I think I'm just about there. And if you're unsure, it's better to be unadjusted than too much adjusted. Okay, there we go. We got a drag now. All right, let's go get the axle, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our axle, and we got the gasket still up here. All right, now let's put the axle in. And what you got to do when you get to the end right here, you're going to hit. And you're going to wonder why it's not going in. So what you got to actually do is put pressure down on this end just a little bit, just to pick the end of that axle up so it can go into those splines. Just like that. Now this part is not going to turn. So what you got to do here is turn your drum to line up with the holes. Then grab one of your 19mm bolts and get it lined up, and then start the others in and put them in by 3 threads in. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, now we're ready to tighten them up. And I got my 19mm 1/2 inch drive with my 1.5 inch 1/2 inch drive extension. And when you tighten them up, don't go around like this. Keep going crossways so you can make sure that's even. So first I'm gonna bring the other one just enough. Then I'm gonna go across and start tightening them. All right, let's get the rest of them done, and we'll be right back. Oh yeah. All right, guys, now we're getting ready to bleed the system. All right, first of all, I'm gonna go back here and take off our clamp because we don't need that up here no more. And what we're gonna show you is do one wheel. Ain't gonna show you all 4. Show you one wheel, and what we're gonna do. Now you got to the rest of them. Now you got to start from the one furthest away from the master. That's the one where the fluid's got to travel the longest. And then you can. So we're gonna go this one, then the one on the left, then we're gonna go to the front right, and then the front left. All right. So we got it ready with that. It's a 10mm bolt back here. I'm gonna show you one. Let's get our pan set up right there. And I'm gonna try to get the camera, and I'm gonna set it up on a stand or something, or hold it or something. And then, yeah, I'm gonna do that because you're gonna have to be inside to bleed them.
All right.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're up in the front. We got our new rubber seal and the cap. So we're gonna put this together. Put this on. And when you put on new stuff, it really takes a hard time to fit up there. What the heck is this? Something under this? Wow. Okay, now let's bleed the brakes. Bleed the brakes. Bleed the brakes. Bleed the brakes. Be right back. All right, guys, we got a good position there. And what I'm going to do is get my 10mm wrench. And what I'm going to do is open the bleeder up, and I'm going to have Sylvia push down on the brake pedal and hold it down. All right, push down. Let it up. Push down. That's not good. Let it up. Push down. There we go. There we go, guys. Let it up. Push down. Let it up. Push down. Let it up. I hear fluid. This thing's got a leak somewhere. Push down. Let me see if I see any fluid. Let it up. Push down. I know I heard fluid spraying someplace.
I heard it too.
Let's try this Let's try this again. Let it up. Push down. Let it up. Push down. That's a nice stream right there. All right, now guys, now that she did this, we're gonna do this to all 4 wheels, and then what I'm gonna do is have her. How's the brake? Is it getting in the brake pedal? No. All right, pump it up. Hold down. Well, we're gonna get all that water and all out the other lines, and hopefully we get a brake pedal. But I could have sworn we hear a leak somewhere. All right, guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got the keys. We got all the wheels bled. We got it adjusted. Now on this wheel over here, guys, remember the adjuster was frozen on the other side, and we got it loose. I went to adjust the brakes on this side, and that one is frozen. So in order to adjust that wheel, we would have to pull everything apart. But let's see what we got here.
My battery dead now?
No, battery's good. I don't know why it took so long.
I was reading the instructions on there. It says to hit the pedal 1/4 of the way if you don't.
Almost. Definitely got a brake pedal. All right, let me back this up because we're like almost into the house.
You are plugged up though.
Oh yeah.
You're plugged up.
Let me unplug.
Okay.
Let me get right here because I don't know if I'll be able to get around that side.
And you still recording?
Yeah.
And a rule of thumb, guys, when you step on the brake pedal, you'll know a good brake pedal when the brake pedal stops where the gas pedal is. Now, if it's a little bit before that, that's cool. But if it goes past, you got a problem. And right now, I'm gonna be before, so I am looking really good. So let's
I had that emergency brake, I think, on too.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
No, you're fine.
Let me make sure I don't got nothing behind me. Guys, I'll be right back. All right, we're good. Perfect, man.
Yeah, because I can't afford that.
All right, guys, it stopped great. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna have the customer take it for a ride down the street to make sure everything's good, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, there's the customer going down the street with the ice cream truck. Saw the brake lights and the truck's still going. Like, oops, time to pack up and go.
Yeah, hurry, get out.
Yeah, pack your tools, go. This is so we flash oil pants.
We go over again.
Meow. All right, we'll be back. The filming with.
Here she comes.
Here she comes. Coming around the mountain. Here she comes. She'll be coming around the mountain.
What in the world?
Yeah, maybe she should have that as the tune for,
Yeah.
for the ice cream man.
Ice cream. I hope she can stop. I'm over here right in front of her. Oh.
Alright guys, we'll be right back.
Alright, so today we had a 2002 Workhorse Fastrack FT1061, and we showed you how to do the rear wheel soldiers. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.